We are back with another one. This story comes out of Georgia, and it's about two teachers who were friends, and both of them are being charged with having sex with students. Let's take a look at this story and see what it's about. Two female school employees, Riley Greason and Brooklyn Schuler, are arrested for having sex with male students. This story is by James Cyron from the Daily Mail, July 3rd, 2024. Two former employees of the Calhoun City School District have been indicted and arrested for allegedly having sex with their students. Riley Greason and Brooklyn Schuler, who both played important roles at each other's wedding within the last 2 years, were indicted Thursday by a Gordon County grand jury on 3 counts of sexual contact by an employee or agent in the first degree. The first 2 counts of the indictment alleges that Greason had sex with 2 different male students while employed by the school district. Count 3 was against Schuler, 23, who was accused of having sexual intercourse with 1 male student. The grand jury claims the women reasonably should have known all 3 of their alleged victims were enrolled as students at the time they were said to have engaged in sexual acts with them. The indictment doesn't reveal the students' ages or which schools they were enrolled in at the time of the alleged sexual crimes against them. The 2 women were arrested and booked at the Gordon County Jail, where they were later released on bond, the Gordon Gazette reports. Greason and Schuler allegedly had sex with these students at some point between October 29, 2021 and January 3rd, 2022, which predates both of their marriages. I don't think it would have made a difference if they was married or not. A freak gonna be a freak. Schuler got married first in Tunnel Hill, Georgia in November 12, 2022, according to her wedding registry website. Greason was wed in Tennessee roughly a year after Schuler on October 7, 2023. Schuler named Greason as her maid of honor, describing her as her best friend and her ride or die. Okay, ride or die, huh? Both of you out there hoeing, riding or dying, huh? Schuler didn't get the honor of being Greason's matron of honor at her wedding, but was a bridesmaid. It isn't yet clear which school these 2 lifelong friends were working for at the time of the alleged crimes. Okay, why don't you want to mention the schools? It seems like they don't want to mention the school because it could have been an elementary school. Could it? Or middle school? They not being transparent, are they? That's very important, though. Greason was a member of Calhoun High School's class of 2019, according to an Instagram post displaying professional photo taken of her in anticipation of her senior year. This puts her around the age of 23. Greason was also mildly active on X, posting over 2 years ago about how she'd approach communicating feedback to her students. Tell us more. Communicating feedback in the forms of grades and averages can really stress students out and cause them to struggle, Greason wrote. Her X profile reveals she attended Kennesaw State with her graduation date in 2023. Schuler's connection to Calhoun City School District isn't clear. However, her relationship status is a bit more clear. It appears she's no longer with the man she married in November 22, since he has a child with a new wife, according to his Facebook profile. Greason is still featured on her husband's profile picture on his social media accounts. That's irrelevant. If convicted, Greason and Schuler could face up to 25 years in prison or a fine up to $100,000. If sodomy was involved in the alleged sex acts with the boys, the women could face up to 50 years behind bars. Woo! I hope it was worth it for them. I don't understand how these women out here and so many of these guys out here and they choose to sleep with their students. I mean, it'll be plenty of willing participants if you just ask. Might be even a little more fun for you. I don't know. Maybe that's their preference. I do recall at that teenage years. How do I say this without offending people? Let's just say Jimmy stood strong. I'm a loss for words with this. This will make me create a playlist and possibly a certain title for videos like this because it's been happening quite often. I can understand why the husband left her after such a short period of time. It sounds like his wife she's just a freak, man. And we all know women like this that just gotta have something in them all times of the day, no matter who it is or where it is or when it is. And it doesn't state whether any sexual activities happen within the school. They are real tight-lipped when it comes to the dirty details. They don't want to mention what school it was. They don't want to mention what grade level it was. And they're not saying whether any sexual activities happen in the school. So they are always, they are never transparent in these situations. And that's to be expected, I guess, because as a parent, if you find out that something like that happened at a school your child attend, I believe probably half the parents will probably pull their children out of that school. So that's the reason why they never want to release any details in situations like this. I don't remember having teachers like this when I was in school. If I had, please don't get offended, but I'd probably be at school every day. As a young teenager, we would fantasize about situations like this, especially if the teacher was built. But I digress. I probably should stop speaking now because some people may get offended with some of the things I say when it comes to a subject like this. All right, let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you on the next one.